All right, so welcome to another 902 gaming video, and I'm going over some more MTG Arena standard. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you know I've been trying to get fight rigging to work, and it could be a false combo, I guess. You know, it seems more powerful the times that it works versus the time that it doesn't work. And what I found was drawing any of your combo pieces were basically dead cards early on. And then I found this deck on MTG Melee, and it's just straight blue-green, and it's playing Tollivar Huntmaster, and it's playing Titan of Industry. Both cards that we can actually cast reliably. Turn 6, you know, either we get it free on turn 4 with the Kraken and fight rigging, or we just cast it naturally on turn 6. Both are very, very good plays. And then you also can get Titan of Industry as well. Although an argument can be made that even if this was the 9-mana spell, having a 7-mana spell early doesn't really help you at all. But here we're playing some ramp. Not a big fan of ramp spells, mainly because they're so dead late in the game. Although Topiary Stomper is not dead late in the game, at least it's a 3-mana 4/4 with Vigilance. And still basically gets you a land out of your deck. So this is an okay ramp spell. Loam Speaker I'm not too crazy about. It's probably one of the best 2-mana ramp spells that we have. It's probably, I think it's the only one that we have. I mean, we have the Root Coil Creeper as well. But I'm not too. This one basically, your only thing you're ever doing for it is just it's just another Loam Speaker. That's all it is. But this can make a 3/3 creature later in the game. Still not the best. Still don't like 2-mana. Like, I still don't like these. I'd almost rather play a couple of Celestis in this spot instead. But we also have Gwenna, which also taps for 2-mana. So you have a lot of ways to ramp into these bigger threats, as well as getting them for free off of fight rigging. So this might be the way the deck has to go. I'm not 100% sure. Sideboard is basically just more counter spells. Like Tameo Safekeeping, you have some negates. The Bouncer's Beatdown is for the black decks. And then Pithing Needle probably for some random planeswalkers and stuff. Reckoner Bankbuster, probably take some of the ramp out for the Bankbuster and the Unlicensed Hearse and stuff. I could see these coming out like all together for these 5 artifacts down here against, you know, decks with Depopulate or any of the Wrath effects. Farewell is still a problem for this deck. I guess that's why we have the negates. But yeah, so, you know, fight rigging at the beginning of combat on your turn, you get a +1/+1 counter. Then creature control power 7 or greater, you may play the card without paying its mana cost. So the combo is basically playing this on turn 3, playing Kraken on turn 4. Kraken's power is 6, so as soon as it gets the counter, you immediately get to cast whatever you hit away with the fight rigging. So hopefully it's one of these. The other bad part about playing these, the 2-mana spells like this, is if you manage to hit, you know, a couple of lands and then these, that the fight rigging doesn't really do a whole lot for you. At least it still pumps your creatures. But we'll see how it goes. This is another version of the fight rigging deck. I'm starting to break this card, and we'll see how it goes. All right, on to match number 1. It could be the fight rigging is not quite good enough. It could require too many cards, and the format right now requires too many for you to play at least some answers in your deck, and you can't just basically just play combo. But we'll see. So a land. If I cast the Commune with the Spirits on turn 1, but I do have 2 Titan of Industries too, so it's kind of a dead hand. All right, we're gonna keep this. Still not the best. I think I put a Forest on the bottom, or the Tollivar. I think I put a Forest. We don't have anything that we're doing. If we put Tollivar on the bottom, we basically have Invoked the Winds. That was another card in this deck that I've been trying to figure out where it belongs. I think Evoke the Winds is a very strong card. So they're going to play probably Gix on this turn, or we'll just hold up the counterspell for it. No? Yeah, that's fine. I knew something was coming. I had a counterspell, so. Again, another reason why I don't like these with counterspells. You kind of have to pick one. And either one is a good choice, so. Now at least next turn, if the Lone Speaker doesn't die, we can cast Invoke the Winds. Not blocking. Undoubtedly, they're going to kill the Lone Speaker, but that's fine. Yeah. And that's it. It's game over. So there is the downside, I guess, of this deck. We can bluff some counterspells, I suppose. That if you don't, you know, if you get this kind of draw, it's not great. Not sure. I think they forgot to pump it. Yep. All right. So we need to draw something again. Not great. Not great. I think we're just gonna steal this thing. The only thing to do is they can kill it in response. I don't think they're playing anything that can stop it. But one of the reasons why I really like this card. Sure. Not sure why they would deal damage to themselves, but okay. So again, now at this point, this card's just almost completely dead. So. Okay. No attack, and then we'll play the Hunt Master after. Okay. They'll probably kill it in response. No? That's fine. I do really like this card. It could be something that I was missing from the previous deck that I've tried playing with fight rigging. Not attacking, eh? What is it to draw a card? 3 mana. Okay. Not sure why you wouldn't attack and then do that. Or do that and then attack, but okay. Alright, so Gwyneth doesn't really do much. Gets up so I can potentially have a big turn. So I can do this and then pump. Okay, let's just leave it. Okay, so another Toblerone, whatever its name is. All right. So they must be waiting for the 5th land. They must have some Invoke Despairs over there. So they don't cast anything. They got the 5th land now. So they should have Invoke Despair. Shieldred, okay. That's a problem for me. Yeah, that's a problem. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I'm not going to cast anything because I want him to flip. Okay. Another target wolf or werewolf you control. Okay. Block like this. See what they decide to do. So you still can't kill it with. So 13, they would have to have a removal spell, which they probably do. Now would be a good time to draw a Titan of Industry. Well, that's fine too, but so I can deal. Attack. So far my opponent has 3 removal spells and Shieldred. Not a whole lot I can do here. Again, this was one of the reasons why these ramp cards are just utterly useless. And had they been, you know, if I was playing Sultai or something, or any type of removal spell, any type of bounce spell, anything, it would have been game over. So. Shieldred is one of the reasons why I like playing, okay, Titan of Industry. So. Okay. 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 Doesn't really do much. Again, this being a removal spell would mean it's game over, basically. So, one of the reasons why I don't like these types of spells, they are only good at a certain point in the game, and after that, they are just hot garbage as far as I'm concerned. Now they gotta figure out which one they want to tap. Yep. Okay. Might as well cast this now. All right, pass. So I guess Invoke Despair kind of kills me here. Oh, they got double Mishra. Okay. You have to have the Invoke Despair. Yep. Yeah. So again, had that Loam Speaker or Gwen had been a removal spell, then it would have been a completely different game. So we'll bring that in. Bring in Tameo Safekeeping. Bring in the negate. The other negate in. So I'm really not a big fan of those, as you can tell. I don't like the ramp spells at all. Topiary Stomper is the only one. Anything that leaves something behind that's at least a decent body that also ramps you, I'm fine with. But the other ones, they just don't do anything past a certain point in the game. Basically past like turn 5, they don't do anything. I understand the point of having it on turn 2 to be able to ramp into something on turn 4 is very, very important. Okay. I like having Otawara. That's a good card. Duress? Okay. That's twice now that card has been played against me, and it's absolutely destroyed me. And I think it's a terrible card. But just happens to be good against the decks that I play. So that's fine. Oh, wait. Sure. Let's counter it. That's fine. I don't have any removal spells in the deck. I can't really do anything else. We're going to play this and then pass turn. Sure. So they're trying to meld, which is okay with me. Okay, we're going to play this. All right. It's got double strike. Cool. Yep, that's a card. X damage to a creature or planeswalker where X is the greatest power. So this is 1 mana. Okay. Let's go to combat here. Okay. end the turn. See how good this card actually is against this deck. Not going to be good against this card, but sure. Land. All right. So I like this quite a bit. I think we need to play something else at 5. Really just to go fight rigging this, something at 5, then Tolivar. I think that's a really good combo. Yep. It is possible, actually, in that first game, I should have waited for the second one until it was nighttime. Okay. Not good. Not good, not good. Another land there. Not a whole lot I can do. Again, that's one of the reasons why this card's not that great. It doesn't target the cards that you want to bring this type of effect in against. Duress or something. Sure. Okay. Not going to win by blocking at this point. Another land here basically is GG's. Yeah, GG's. Yeah, unfortunately. Again, the Bramp creatures did absolutely nothing for me. One of the reasons why I don't like them very much. But anyways, that was match number 1 against mono. Well, I guess not mono black, but black red. So yeah, there's some changes already that I would make, but we're going to play another game and see how we do there. All right, so on to match number 2, and you saw in that first game, all I needed was a removal spell at any point in the game, either game, and I likely would have won. Which is what I think the downside of playing Reservoir Kraken is. If you're not playing any type of removal or something, I'm gonna keep this hand actually. We'll see how this actually does. We're gonna do this. We're gonna cast this. I want the Dream Root. I mean, essentially all we have is Fading Hope, and we did have the other removal spell, but I had too many targets I had to get rid of there. Oh, mono black again. Sweet. We can play this out. I don't have anything for 2. Again, now after this turn here, the Loam Speaker's no good at all. So we are going to just go fight rigging. Because then I can get Kraken next turn. All right, get another Kraken under there. So now we have the combo. So unless they're playing the 3 mana black spell that exiles an enchantment. Okay. I almost hit decline. Again, almost no need for this card. These cards, at least, I can easily see these getting dropped. Like, I would rather this be anything else at this point. All right, opponent. What do you got over there? You're at 3, so 4 mana is Shieldred, which is kind of bad for this deck. But I also haven't drawn the Titan of Industry against Shieldred, so that would have been good. Hey! Nice. I like that card, actually. If only it was an instant, it would have been great. Tap this guy. Yep. And then you got tons of damage coming at you next turn. Okay, so play land. So if this was... Activate abilities of a creature or creature card. Okay, so it doesn't really do anything else for me. It does allow me to double Topiary Stomper next turn. So they have a choice of tapping the Sleeper for 1. We'll smash. Now I can play the Stomper. Still have Make Disappear up. I want the blue. Okay. One of the other combos I never realized was Make Disappear and the Kraken, making a bunch of tokens. I think I have to counter this. They could have Shieldred, but okay. So I'm going to play this to activate my other Stomper. Get another island. And go to combat. And now I can play this. Actually, there's no point to play this. Spells from my graveyard, no. The Root Coil Creeper might be good in the deck that I was playing that had Leer, so you can actually cast spells from your graveyard. We'll definitely discard this thing. Yeah, good game. We definitely want the beatdown, and we're definitely going to take out this. Definitely this and this comes out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Maybe against this deck I want the Unlicensed Hearse. They may be playing Graveyard Trespasser or the Tenacious Bodyguard? Tenacious Thug, whatever it's called. Ew. I do have a Fight Rigging and Unlicensed Hearse, but nothing else. I'm going to mulligan. Alright, I have a Topiary Stomper and a Beatdown. Beatdown's the only removal that I have. Yeah, I think I got to do this. Unfortunately, I don't get going until turn 3, but there's not much I can do about that. Ooh. There's a good discard spell. I'd rather see that than that other one. think you take the Stomper. Basically leave me with nothing at that point. Now I can slow down a... Yeah, okay. Cool. I like that card. All right. I got another one? Okay. Could we just Fading Hope at the end of turn so I can scry? Don't want another land. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. All right, let's go. Again, this, I mean, they wouldn't have been able to take anything else if they'd been playing the other card, so. Cool. Now they can tap it if they want to. Give me 7 power. Probably not a good idea to tap it. Nope. Pass. I wonder if there's some bug or something like that on Arena with that card. All right. I don't think so, because I think somebody's played the Kraken against me before. So. All right, 5 mana. Let's invoke Despair. I'm just gonna beat down here. Good game. All right, well, they didn't have any removal spells really. I mean, I guess the Pilfer was a good card. It was a better card. I still think Duress is still the best option there. You're bringing in some type of discard. All right. Go on to the next game, or the next match. On to match number 3. I haven't decided yet. I might start just doing 2 matches with these decks. I think 3 might make the video a little bit too long. But for right now, we're going to do 3. Just to kind of get a little bit more of a... Maybe I can play against something that's not black. Definitely see the holes already. There's no way to interact with your opponent's board at all. And I think the way Standard is right now, I think you need to interact with your opponent's board. Just because the amount of... They can just snowball. And once they start snowballing, it's basically game over. Unless you can interact some way, you can slow them down. And then have your plan kind of take over. Which is, again, another reason why I don't like the ramp spells. Because they can ramp you into a good creature. But then if your opponent does something and they remove that big creature, then you're down, kind of. So, I mean, there's different views on it. And maybe mine's more in the minority. But I don't particularly like these spells. They do draw out removal. I get that. So we'll see what it does here. So now I have it on turn 2. So we'll see what happens. So they're playing. All right. Well, we'll see what happens here. We're going to play it out. See what goes on. Probably get Make Disappeared here. Again. Okay, go for the Throated. It's fine. That part I understand. But again, it's only really good on turn. See there, I would have rather have had this, but then they probably wouldn't have played. They probably wouldn't have played that out if that was the case. We'll play Gwenna here. I could have faded if I had a blue source. I could have Fading Hope. Okay. So this is 2. I now have 6 mana. And now we can play this. So I do like this, being able to cast something and still have mana left over. So I like that. So Gwenna might have a place. Just because it's so much more mana. Okay. Do I Fading Hope and save it? I think I do. Yeah, let's try this. Let's see what happens here. We got fight rigging that I don't need. No, I don't need fight rigging. All right, well, Commune's not the greatest. Let's see what we get here. Enchantment or land? Well, we got the land. Oh, we got Gwenna. Play that. Yeah, I don't know if that was the best. I probably should have bounced the ninja instead. Yep. They've wasted quite a few resources trying to kill that card, so that's fine. So now the Topiary Stomper can attack. They could have a Seed of a Ganjo next turn. We'll see. Yep. This could eat a Dissipate or something. Yep. This is a card that I'm surprised not played way more than it is. So I'm at a huge disadvantage here. There's not a lot I can do. But we'll keep plugging away. All right. Okay. Try this again. No attacks. Sure. Again, I'm just so gunned with this type of deck because I can't interact with their planeswalkers. I can't interact with basically anything. So I just feel completely outgunned with, you know, I'm playing 8 ramp spells. So I have a bunch of cards that don't do anything after a certain point. Yep. Well, that's interesting. GG's. Yeah, not out, trash. Bring these in. We can bring the pithing needle in and the bank buster, I think. Don't think I'll ever resolve fight rigging here. So I probably want these and the other bank buster, I think. And then we're just going to try to go like that. I'm completely outgunned in this matchup again. They basically, they only have to play depopulate in this type of matchup, and my deck loses. So where they vary their threats, and that's again where I think the issue comes, where you're spending 8 slots just to ramp a creature, and then you're hoping, oh, my opponent doesn't have a removal spell. Well, I think every deck at this point in Standard has anywhere between, I think at the minimum of 5 and a maximum of up to 10 or 12. So again, the ramp creatures don't really fit anywhere, I don't think, right now. I think Topiary Stomper is an exception, but the removals, there's just too much removal in the format right now to play ramp creatures. They take up too much real estate in your deck to be worth playing. That matchup too, I also thought I had an extra blue mana, but it wouldn't have mattered because they spent 3 mana. They're basically playing, they have avenues everywhere, playing the 3 colors, and that's kind of the problem with playing blue-green. I think the only other color you can pair it up with is white in the format right now, and white doesn't lend itself too much for this type of deck, I don't think. Well, this is horrible. Yeah. It's bad. Bad. Sure. All right, stomp her away. Yep. Again, I have 4 permanents, and all I need to do is have a couple of removal spells, and it's pretty much GG's. And if they're playing, you know, a bunch of counter spells, Lilianas, it's GG. So don't have any choice but to eat it from Liliana here. One turn too late. All right. Last card. Sure. Mm-hmm. 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 So they have make this appear. GG's. No make this appear? Okay. Fair enough. Surprised they're not playing make disappear, but okay. Yep, go for the throat again. Completely outgunned here. All right, we keep drawing lands. Beautiful, nice, nice. All the lands, nice. little tilting. Little tilting. GG's. GG's. How many lands have I drawn? I started with 3 and I've drawn 6. So 6 lands and a Topiary Stomper. I'm glad I took those removal spells out. Oh my. Or the ramp spells out. Because they're just utterly dead in a situation like this. Okay, well. That's horrible. Yeah. So, that's 3 games against basically the black decks. Again, one of the reasons why I think these ramp spells aren't great at all. They do draw out like removal and stuff like that. I don't know about Commune with the Spirits. I kind of like playing that on turn 1. This needs to be way more of, for sure. So yeah, I think this card was actually really good against Planeswalkers. Unlicensed Hearst again seems like a wasted spot. In that situation against, like I would want way more of these than those ramp spells. How many lands is this deck playing? 24. So I mean, it could probably pop another land in there to make up for that. Although it didn't need it at the end. Maybe something like that. I don't know if there's any card that I could play that would help against creatures. Maybe, that's white. Only Fading Hope, I think. I think Fading Hope is something I really need in this deck. Unfortunately, we don't have anything else in these slots that could potentially help. Like that might be okay. There was actually the green artifact that I've been toying around with. You know, maybe something like this might be all right. Oh, the Surge Engine. That's a card that absolutely should be in this deck. Again, I'd rather play it like a threat than just try to ramp. I think there's just far too much removal in the format to to play ramp spells or ramp creature spells, I guess. Where is it at? 5 mana. Green. 5 mana. All right. So, where's it at? Prototype. 5 mana prototype. This one. So, this was a card that I actually liked quite a bit. It can make a 6/6 on turn 5, which will allow you to flip it on turn 5 as opposed to turn 4 with this. It also gives you, it's a split card. And then if you actually manage to cast it for 5 mana, then you can make a huge creature. So it's fine. It can block little 2/2s and stuff. So I like it for that. I don't know about Titan of Industry. I think Titan of Industry can go on the sideboard. And I actually want to bring in the hexproof, I forget the name of it. 6 mana. Let's see here. This one. So play the Averbook Caretaker instead, because that gives all your, that gives this hexproof, and then it gives 2+1/+1 counters on another target creature. So I think this is where the deck is at. So I'm actually going to try to play one match with this and then just kind of give quick final thoughts after the end of that one. Okay, so we made some changes after game 3, and we're going to go on to game number 4 with the changes. and see how it works out. So now we're into match number 4. And we're going to make some changes. We made some changes to the deck. I basically took out all the ramp spells. I added Surge Engine and the Green Prototype and the Averbook Caretaker. I think just varying the threats up a little bit is a good idea. The Surge Engine, I think right now I think it is starting to be played a little bit more. It's extremely powerful. I think it's an extremely powerful card. And I also increased the amount of Invoke the Wilds, or Invoke the Winds rather. I'm going to keep. I have a 2 into 3, into 5, into 6, so. Again, this would have been a ramp creature, this would have been a ramp creature, or potentially could have been. I would much rather this than another black deck. Okay. So now I think we just play this. It's not much, doesn't do anything. It's a 2/3. But it can still draw out removal, and then it can also just become much bigger later. So play this, cast Fight Rigging. Get Tolivar under there, counter, and Smudge. This is definitely a better draw than I've had, so this would have just been 2 damage at that point if it was the Loam Speaker. Okay. Put a counter. Cast this. Boop. Boop. Into combat. There we go. So now we have our little combo. Again. So as you saw, like once you're able to do that, it's pretty much game over at that point. They would have to be playing Depopulate or something. And if I draw another land, I can cast this for whatever they play. So yeah, I definitely like this so far. I mean, I did curve out better than I have in any of the other matches. But then I also think I'm playing a few stronger cards than I was before. Yeah, Shieldred's fine. You can't tap. Don't tap it. Don't tap it. Don't tap. I'm pretty sure it says tap or untap. And then I think you choose not to tap. I've had players not tap before when they shouldn't have, so I don't think it's bugged. I don't think it's one of those ones where it's like, you know, agree or disagree, and then like disagree and then it taps it, and then or if you think you agree and then it taps it as well. So all right. You still don't tap, you gotta block. But I'm still attacking with everything. And then I can play the Surge Engine. I suppose if they're playing Drag to the bottom, but they're playing Esper. Yeah, no good plays there for them. All right, so that was much better. Again, it's not saying that these cards necessarily improve the matchup, but I would much rather have this card than the ramp creatures. I think maybe Fading Hope comes out and the Beatdown comes in, and maybe Safekeeping comes in as well. Maybe let's I think I like this. Okay. Get rid of some of the make the spears and bring in the safekeeping. Safekeeping is basically a counter spell anyway. Maybe I wanted to keep the Fading Hopes. Not sure. Okay. This is fine. I have a counter spell on 2 if I want. Evoke the Winds. Okay. Ooh. What's this thing? 1/1 Death Touch. Cool. Okay. That's the turn. Yep. Munch for 1. Cool. Okay. We'll play this. Cast the Stomper. The island. Nice. So now next turn I can cast this. I do like this into this. That's a good combo. Now I can steal their Lily if I want to. Which is pretty sweet. Okay, play this, cast this. Steal. Isn't it? Oh, it's target creature. Oh, I thought it was permanent. Okay. That's a little bit worse than I thought. I don't really have too many options here. I'm not going to cast Invoke the Winds on this. I want a Shield Red or something. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. Oh, yeah.
You won't be outsmarting me.
That's fine. What's this thing? Lots of prototypes over there. Cool. Yep. So nothing over there, huh? All right. Let's play out. Play the Surge Engine. So this can actually deal damage to this thing. They might trade. Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm gonna do this anyway. Yep, that's fine.
One of your friends has to leave.
All right. I think this and this good combination as well. Ooh. Cool. So now it's a 7/7. Copy of art. Oh, it just comes in as a 7/7. Didn't copy anything. Gotcha. How about I just take this? Yoink. Thank you. Thank you. I can sacrifice it to this. And we'll just counter this. GG's. Well, that was a much better. Although I thought the Invoke the Winds actually could target a Planeswalker, so that's kind of my bad there. Okay. This guy's interesting. All right, so that's the deck. I like the changes that I made. I mean, immediately, the deck wasn't as powerful as some of the other decks that I played against, but you can kind of see where the Loam Speakers and the other stuff just didn't have any, just felt useless a lot of the time. I think the deck could actually use a few more of these. Maybe Fading Hope doesn't belong in the main deck. Maybe we play like one less of these, but I definitely like this better than any of the other versions that I've played so far. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.